are making up these lies. They said they tipped off the school. There could be no evidence. If you are a parent, come out here and support your kids. We need more people to stand up for Palestine, and we are confident that you will see that the way that students and their parents and college are standing up is in line with the values of free speech. But here's the thing. We know that our democratic liberties are being stolen, and not stolen by one party, but by the monopoly media, by the rich people at the top in general, who make money off peddling these lies, who use it to keep students down, who are using it to do all kinds of brutal repression. I know some people here whose parents were stopped by the cops and the media lied about it. I know some people who were brutalized by cops, and once again it was lied about. And why? Because there's big money behind these lies. Because these lies are beneficial to a world elite that doesn't care about us, that doesn't care about the civil world, that will commit a genocide if it means that they get more money. And that's what they're doing! Israel is committing a genocide for money, and SAPD and SAIC are making up lies to defend it. They lie about kids 14 and 15 years old to justify it. This sounds like Israel's bullshit lies that the 6-year-olds are part of the resistance. Shame! We are not ashamed to stand up, because we know that what we are standing up for is right. We know that the lies and slander are wrong. And we know that as long as we talk to people, as long as we show ourselves to them, as long as we... I need to get better. Sorry. As long as we make sure that our ties with people are strong, then we know that we will win. Because the people have all the power. They have all the power to stop this imperialist genocide. They have all the power to fight and win. But we need to get organized. And that's what we're going to do.
Tell me what you're fighting for!
Intifada People's War!
Tell me what you're fighting for!
Intifada People's War! Dare to struggle!
Dare to win!
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 We have water up here for people. I know some people's voices are tired. We have bottled water up here. Mouth spray when we want to. Organize these protests. We want to help the people stand up against this kind of repression. That's what we're about. We're about
Something's going on with my camera. I can't do it. Oh, now I can. Okay. No, I mean the auto finder or whatever.
That's what we're going to do. So get organized, sign up, join the struggle, join the fight. Workers on the wall unite!
Dare to struggle!
Dare to win!
Dare to struggle!
Dare to win!
Dare to struggle!
Dare to win!
Ernesto, if someone needs to sign up too, I have it.
Okay, can we get it up here?
Because our students decided to wait much longer than what we anticipated.
got here on time, but I don't know what's going on. One, two, three, four. Guns are from the prison door. 5, 6, 7, 8. He's the state. There is only one solution. Anti-fire revolution. Palestine, give us help. It is right to rebel. We will honor our martyrs, revolution sons and daughters.
We will honor all our
Martyrs, revolution sons and daughters. We will honor all our martyrs, revolution sons and daughters. All our martyrs, revolution sons and daughters. Palestine, give them help. It is right to rebel.
Hello. I just want to say how proud I am of all these young people. Woo! So thank you very much for being here. We have had 500 years of genocide in this own land where we live. They killed Indians for land and territory and wealth, and they're doing the same thing in Palestine. It's the same damn thing.
Indigenous justice is Palestinian justice. Justice is Palestinian justice.
So I want to tell you that going forward, this should not be the first walkout or the first demonstration. We need to keep the pressure on. I'm here with my two indigenous brothers here, and we thought it was important enough to give you support because you're doing important work here. Thank you very much for coming.
Genocide is the tool used by imperialism against the people of a nation, irregardless of location. The same as the genocide against the Palestinian people. Capitalists use genocide and imperialism of their unjust states. They use the power of the police and the military to repress their people, to keep us down, to extinguish our fire. But when one martyr goes down, 100 are born. It is right to rebel.
Give them help. In this country, in the school, every day when we go to school, we were raised to say the Pledge of Allegiance. The line of liberty and justice for all. As I come from a very diverse background that was only made possible with the idea of the American dream. I am a Latino Jewish person. People conflate anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism when that could not be further from the truth. When Zionism was taking its ugly roots in this world, Jewish people resisted. And when the state of Israel was raided by colonial powers to create their own manifest destiny, their own sick, twisted manifest destiny that have oppressed Native Americans in this country, to oppress the Palestinian people. How is that liberty? How is that liberty? When the beautiful diasporic cultures of the Jewish people were suppressed, when the state of Israel suppressed Yiddish, suppressed the language of Latinos, have forcibly inserted contraception devices in Ethiopian Jews. How can we have liberty? We cannot allow Israel to create the manifest destiny that was created in this country to oppress Native Americans. We cannot allow it to continue. We cannot. I ask you to ask this question to yourselves if you are unsure about this cause. How can we have liberty when we oppress others?
Palestine, give them hell! It is right to rebel! Palestine, give them hell! It is right to rebel! There is only one. It is right to rebel! Palestine, give them hell! It is right to rebel!
Palestine, give them hell!
It is right to rebel!
Palestine, give them hell!
It is right to rebel!
Palestine, give them hell!
It is right to rebel! The capitalists in San Antonio manufacture weapons that are used on children in Gaza every day. Shame! Shame! The police right here in San Antonio and belonging to the San Antonio Independent School District use their threats of violence and their actions of violence against students when students try to speak out against the horrors in Gaza and in Palestine. Shame! Shame! SAISD administration comes up with lies against children to make them fear for their lives, for their well-being, for their futures. I say shame! Shame! All of these forces, all of these oppressing forces are serving the genocidal, illegitimate state of Israel and their attempt to wipe out the native population of Palestine. They are doing a genocide and exploiting oppressing forces right here in our city, are allowing it to occur and are silencing dissent. Shame! Shame! There is only one solution! Anti-Faro revolution! There is only one solution! Anti-Faro revolution! Intifada! Intifada! Long live the Antifada!
Yes, mic check 1 2, check 1 2, check check check, check check check, mic check 1 2, check check check. You want to move back here? I'd rather move back. I'd rather go where Garrett is.
What?
I said I'd rather go where Garrett is, over here. Okay. Sounds good. Well, about what time is that? Okay. Okay. They're going to do a live bump at the top of the show. Garrett, do you have that woman's card?
Yeah,
It must have fallen out of my pocket.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Yep.
What time are we hitting?
She said a little later in the block.
Oh, we're on News 4.
Yes.
We can just stand there. Then I'll pan over.
Okay.
I need you to stand.
So saying, should we move over here since it's already in the sun?
Right there.
Okay.
Today we saw
I'm in her. I'm so
want to
sorry.
come out and support their brothers and sisters in Palestine. It was the fear of being administrative repression and violence that kept them from coming out. We saw the cops, the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, and many more use their power to keep their students in their schools, to keep them from this glorious revolution, to keep them from this movement. It is a shame that these students who support these people and their fight for liberation are themselves kept in a prison in their own schools.
Yeah, so we've seen across 2 high schools in San Antonio that students were actually physically blocked by San Antonio Police Department officers from walking out of school. Sorry, I should say intimidated, because a line of cops has a very strong implication. If you're bringing out the line of cops with guns to block students from walking out, we know what you mean. We know what they're trying to say. They said it in a letter. They were going to do what they could to block the students. They were going to do what they could to prevent them from walking out. And they didn't just do it directly. They did it by spreading mass confusion. Mass confusion that is remarkably dangerous. Because if you tell counter-protesters that these 15-year-olds are basically terrorists, that they have guns, that they're going to be violent, instead of just the normal walkout that we announced and restated we would have multiple times, then what happens is you put the students at risk of counter-protesters coming out here with guns. You have created an absurd risk to literal 14 and 15-year-olds of getting shot by Zionists who now have guns while students have nothing and no one between them and said fucking Zionists. This is absurd. This is dangerous. This is a betrayal of their duties to students. We call on all parents, all teachers, everyone with conscience to call into the district and tell them how terrible this is. We call on every person with conscience in this country to stand up against this kind of repression. And we need to. Right now, in Seattle, there are 30 high schools and 5 middle schools walking out in solidarity with Palestine. All of them are giving speeches about the heroism and bravery of the Fox Tech Students League, who has young teenagers decided to walk out, despite the repression that they were facing from the cops, the district, the threats, the absurd lies being told about them and being reported on. You know, it's dangerous to say this kind of thing without saying that they provided no evidence for it, without citing that students said this was not true.
They just started.
A lot of parents believed it.
Stand by for life.
Don't believe us? Look at the videos, look at the photos. Have you seen a single gun? You can come out here. We want you to come out here. We want you to stand up with your kids. This is a cause for all of us, and we have to. This is what we need to do. We need to stand up. We need to fight, and we need to win. Because for the last 75 years, I have no clue what's happening. Sorry. Because for the last 75 years, the people of Palestine have been fighting, they have been resisting, as young as 6. It's said that the Palestinian kids' age is not measured in how old they are or how many birthdays they have. It's measured in how much they have sacrificed for Palestine. We understand that people in this country, it is true for us too. Students tried to walk out last semester. What happened? They locked the students into their schools. Students jumped the fences to get out of their schools to come stand up against the ICE Gestapo patrolling neighborhoods in San Antonio, tear gassing babies, threatening families. They held a kid just long enough a few months ago to make sure he missed his fucking chemo appointment. This is what the ICE pigs are doing. And San Antonio Police Department, they would call that law and order. But what is this peaceful demonstration? With what? Some high school and college kids a few parents, some lawyers. Oh, this is violence. This is somehow like some act of terrorism. We understand that the only solution to this absurd repression is mass rebellion, is getting people together to stand up. And when I say rebellion, I don't mean any of the bullshit that the district said the kids are doing. I mean getting organized. I mean getting serious. I mean getting together and talking through what people did before. How they succeeded, how they failed, what the feds did.
Sit to dial in.
The feds have not gotten any different than they were in the past. They were always repressive to kids. They always did this bullshit.
I don't hear the directors. I only hear the show.
They literally chained the kids inside the damn school. And parents brought out trucks to go break those chains. In the 70s, they would shoot students
It said
on
hang
all
up and dial
campuses.
again.
In the 60s, they would gas them. And now they're back to gas. The change is just that they have more of a profit in keeping the people of Palestine down. The change is that their system is closer
Yeah,
to its end.
I've heard the show the whole time.
The change is that we are more powerful and they are weaker. The change is that this charade of oppression, that they are powerful, and that's why they're bringing out all these things to oppress us. It's baiting. We see that they can be ripped apart piece by piece. But we have to get together to do it. And that's what we need right now.
As students of San Antonio, we know that the fight for justice in Palestine and the fight for justice on our campuses are one and the same. The same systems that censor our curriculum, discipline our dissent, and surveil our activism are the very ones fueling this genocide. How our institutions treat Palestinians and students are litmus tests for the world we are building. One of censorship, repression, and violence, or one of freedom, liberty, and justice for all.
And people talk about that this is an affront to the history of this country. But I think a little bit differently. I think the history of this country has been repressing people and then lying about it. How many people did they kill at Wounded Knee? How many students did they kill in the 60s and 70s? How many people did the police execute? In 1980, on May Day, people stormed the Alamo and said no more colonialism, no more imperialism. And what happened? The people who did it, literally, some of them were shot. This kind of repression happened throughout our history. On May Day, in the 1800s, some workers stood up, and then the state hung 9 of them. And that's why International Workers' Day is a holiday. But they want us to forget about it. They want us to celebrate Labor Day. They want us to forget about the history of this country, brutal and shameless. And they tell us relentlessly about their free constitution, about your free speech. I don't think it's free as long as they keep lying about us. I don't think it's free as long as they keep pigs with guns to surveil our neighborhoods. I don't think
Yes, good afternoon, David. Good afternoon, Maurice. We are here at Milam Park. We did see the protest is still going on. We have a couple dozen students, if not less than a dozen students here. Now, the SAISD sent out a statement last week about today's protest saying that they're not taking a position on the topic, but they must take a position on student and staff participation based on the information that they have received. So they were mostly worried about student safety, but from what we can see here, there is no one that is armed, no one that's been hurt, there's been no arrests. We have seen police around here. They did guide the students to make sure they were safe when walking over here from their high schools, but so far no one has been hurt, no one has any kind of weapon. Now we did get another statement from this group here saying that they're just in support of the people of Palestine, and this is a way to show that support, that they want to make sure that this is peaceful as they can get. We are continuing to watch the situation. They plan on being here throughout the rest of the afternoon, but until then we're going to send it right back to you all.